Concave Earth, the only possible model of universe. When we're born into the world, we're forced to learn heliocentrism as fact. Billions of dollars per year go into funding NASA and other space agencies. However, observation and experimentation disprove their model of the universe. Throughout the video, we cover heliocentrism, as well as every variation of flat Earth, irrevocably obliterating both cosmological models. The only model left unscathed is a concave spherical world, the true model of the universe. According to heliocentrism, our Earth is currently moving through four motions: the rotation of Earth, 1,000 miles per hour; the orbit of Earth around Sun, 70,000 miles per hour; the orbit of Sun around Milky Way galaxy, 514,000 miles per hour; the explosion of all galaxies away from Big Bang, faster than the speed of light. No one has ever been recorded to have observed any of these motions. All the information our senses tell us is we live on a stationary Earth. The heavens orbit around us. Every observation imaginable contradicts the heliocentric model. Some brave souls have delved into research and concluded Earth is not a globe. The mistake made is some people go a step farther and say not only is Earth not a globe, Earth is flat. Debunking one model is not the equivalent of proving the other. As you'll note in future chapters, there are several inexplicable holes within flat Earth cosmology. Our world is in desperate need of change. The people deserve to know the true nature of their universe. Knowledge of concavity implicates the existence of God, e.s. Humanity has purpose rather than insignificant placement in a dead universe. In order to fix the world, we need to assemble enough folk to make the news. As soon as concave Earth becomes a hotly disputed topic, revolution will progress. In order to change the world, we need to overthrow those in power. The best thing any of us can do is educate friends and relatives, as well as flat earthers, of the indisputable proof our world curves up. In a concave Earth, our Creator, as, have literally surrounded themselves with us. Under the assumption God, as, presence are within the heavens, they'd have full view of the whole Earth. Judging from the orientation of our universe, Earth's purpose may be entertainment for the heaven dwellers as a sort of reality TV show. This book will not attempt to convince you of any particular religion, and spiritual conclusions won't be mentioned further. The observations detailed in preceding videos is dedicated to both the atheist as well as spiritual. One important observation is the Sun and Moon eclipse perfectly from our perspective. If we truly live in an atheistic universe created from a singularity, as is suggested from the photos NASA present us, the Sun and Moon would not be the exact same width relative to our perspective. If all the stars and planets exploded away from a single point, the position of moons, stars, and planets formed through nebulas should have random orientation. According to NASA, the Sun is 400x more massive than the Moon. Consider the odds in a random universe; they're perfectly positioned relative to Earth to give us a perfect eclipse. Even if the Big Bang were true, the odds our two largest heavenly bodies situating different distances to appear the same width are astronomical. A more logical conclusion is the Sun and Moon are congruent for artistic purpose. In the endorsed curriculum taught in our education, we learn a spherical moon is illuminated from a spherical sun. However, when you look at the moon, you'll notice the whole face is always equally lit. Our observable moon remains equally lit throughout all phases. You can also notice the unilluminated portion is completely dark and obstructs stars. The fact the moon can occult stars suggests our moon is closer to Earth than stars and is opaque to some degree. However, if you construct a dark room with only one source of light and illuminate a sphere, the portion of sphere closest to the light will be noticeably more lit. You'll notice shadow increases as the sphere curves away from the light source. This observation contradicts the fact taught forcibly through school. If the moon were nothing more than a spherical rock illuminated from a different source, the visible face would vary in illumination. The conclusion to be drawn is either the moon's not spherical, or if the moon is spherical, the moon also self-generates photons, independent of the sun. Covered in future chapters, we show all available empirical evidence suggests our moon is a flat disk. Similarly, horizontal vectors below the center of focus will appear to curve up. The horizon is above the center of focus in the Red Bull clip, causing Earth to appear to curve down. There's one convex video debunked. One may wonder about all the other photo video of Earth from space. First and foremost, there are only a total of 2 photos NASA claims to be authentic snapshots of Earth. One simple debunk for these 2 photos is the sheer amount of clouds shown around the South Pole. In reality, there's a lot less water vapor in the air around Antarctica due to cold temperatures. Consequently, there's less clouds. In most videos of the South Pole, there's not a single cloud in the air. How then could clouds be so abundant in their photos? The only explanation is the photos are fake. We're shown the work of Photoshop professionals. When you look at the horizon from great altitudes, you'll notice the horizon remains flat and raises to eye level. The only case where you see an illusionary curve is through GoPros using a fisheye lens. The lack of visible downward curvature is evidence Earth is not a globe. The below photo is taken from Red Bull's high jump, where they sent the man Felix Baumgartner to the stratosphere and recorded his descent. You'll notice a curve. You'll also notice the whole face of Earth is New Mexico. What you're seeing is an optical illusion formed via lens shape. On a GoPro, horizontal vectors above the center of focus will appear to curve down. One simple debunk for these two photos is the sheer amount of clouds shown around the South Pole. In reality, there's a lot less water vapor in the air around Antarctica due to cold temperatures. Consequently, there's less clouds. In most videos of the South Pole, there's not a single cloud in the air. How then could clouds be so abundant in their photos? The only explanation is the photos are fake. We're shown the work of Photoshop professionals. All other footage is said to be composed of stitched-together images taken from satellites. In other words, they're edited. You can even see evidence of Photoshop in their photos, shown in Figure 12. The odds of clouds forming duplicate formations in reality is astronomical. Another, the way you know all the videos of Earth from space are fake, is the lack of lit-up towns visible in regions where the sun's down. You can see illuminated cities from the alleged footage taken aboard the International Space Station. The towns should show up in other official footage. The camera aboard the International Space Station is clearly able to adjust exposure when needed for capturing both the sunlit Earth as well as the night scene. So you'd expect the rest of their equipment to be state-of-the-art all around considering their budget.